I'm going to make a little drawing using felt pens. I have this big package, and I use this grain paper by Clairefontaine. So this is a painting by Vermeer. And first I'm going to do a certain layer. You could call it a sort of not an underpainting, underdrawing in green. So that's what I start with. And you could start by using a pencil and make a drawing of her face. I skip that part for now, but you could trace or sketch her face first if you want. I'll zoom in a little. And but I will just demonstrate to you how this technique works of using felt pens. So I'm hatching the forms now. I'm hatching a bit of the dark background, so the division between light and dark defines her face, more or less. And to put these first sketches or things on the paper, I use dots often, so that blends in with the final result. And yeah. So now I have her face more or less defined, her fingers here. And I just hatch this dark background, and I don't use any dominant direction in my hatchings. I avoid that actually. Whenever there's dominant direction, I tend to break that again, as you can see. And this drawing is mostly about the face, so I'm doing a little bit of her hair, but not too much. Shall I draw that ear or not? It's around here. Why not? And now I want to focus more on her face. But this is quite dark and her face in this area is quite light. So to get lighter areas while I have this dark felt pen, I put a hatching with the lines quite far removed from each other. So and that's also how I put, for example, these dots here. I have this little pattern of putting them this way, for example. You can put them this way, and then you have this dense area of dots, but you can also do this, and then when you look at it overall, you see that there is a lighter tonal value in that area, so to speak. So that's in that approach what I do. And now I'm looking at the composition. How, to what extent do I put this composition, this drawing on the paper? Do I have something here as well, or do I keep it here in some sort of enclosed area? I think it's nice to use the paper to have something here, which gives it more atmosphere, as if she's breathing. And I can extend this to here. And when I look at this painting, you can see that this is slightly darker than this. I want to fill the whole area with this pencil, so to speak. I want to be careful that I define all of the tonal values, however subtle, with this felt pen. So I'm adding hatchings and dots, but not too much. But I want to go over this whole area, so to speak, in her face with this felt pen, with hatchings and dots which are carefully placed, because I will soon start using other colors. And it's just some sort of approach to do that, especially in the face. So you can choose not to do that, but as you can see, all over her face I have placed dots and hatchings. So there's some sort of definition going on, instead of leaving large areas white, which might be more pleasing in a way. But I want to try this approach now. I like that approach of going all over this area and have some sort of definition in tonal values by using dots and hatchings. But now it's time to go to another color. And to have some sort of forceful contrast, it's nice to have red. So first I go to the obvious areas where to place red. But this affects all over her face as well. And I also use it in the background. I actually like this green-red contrast. It is as if there is some sort of energy source there. And as you can see here, I went outside of the area where I had green, and I really like a little bit of going outside this area to get a little bit of a more pure reddish area here. At some places you can deliberately do that, which gives it a more lively effect. And also I want to add dots and lines all over the area of her face, so I treat the whole face more or less with also this red color. And now I have red and green in this drawing now. So let's go to a different color, and I think blue is a nice one, dark blue. So this dark blue can give some nice accentuations. I'm not sure if I want to treat all of the area with dark blue now. I like to do that with green and red, so it gets this almost feisty looking appearance, like confetti or something. I like that, but I think I use blue now for accentuations, so I like the character of the drawing. This doesn't really... I should get a new blue. Get another package of felt pens, because this one is a bit empty now. I want to use yellow. Yellow is again a nice addition to the green and the reds that I already had. I thought that blue was only for accentuations, darker accentuations, but I like the addition of yellow now in the color scheme. It makes it richer, I feel. I have avoided, for example, when you look at this package, these colors, because I don't like to use pink, because I like to use other colors like green and red and yellow to draw her face, and pink is too much like some sort of skin tone. Not really, because you would look quite unhealthy if you are looking this pink, but and same with these brownish colors. If I would make a painting in natural colors, I would use these kind of browns, but I like the this confetti-like appearance of this, like a sort of carnival on the paper. It has some sort of energy, and if I would use brown, I would distort this energy field, so to speak. This sounds a bit weird, perhaps, to talk about the energy field, but when you put green and red on the paper, you juxtapose it, you put them against each other, then it gets some sort of energy, and using brown, I feel that I would lose that. That's too much sort of mixture of those, in a way. Not really a mixture, but it wouldn't be nice. And I avoid it in this approach, but you can try it if you want to, if you like that color. I avoid black as well, but I used actually that dark blue for darker accentuations, so you can use that. But the combination in this case of red, green and yellow, and I like this addition as well, this color, light blue, this, I feel that this enriches the color scheme as well of this approach. So I think that mainly the base of this drawing was created by using green first and red. And to make it richer, I used yellow and blue. two types of blue. So and it gives it a very lively appearance. I must say felt pens are not really archival, so if you put them on the wall, I'm not sure how long they will last, to be honest, a drawing like this, but you can always make a picture of it and frame that if you like, if you have made a drawing in this technique, because it's a really nice approach, I think, to work with. And at this point I'm wondering if I add more colors, don't I lose something of what is in here? So I had these other colors. I don't think I will use these because I already used green, and I'm curious what kind of green this is. This is quite bright. I can use a little of this. And I like purple, so I'm going to use purple now. I'm adjusting this chin a little bit. Purple is like this blue, quite dark, so I can adjust some areas now using this color. But here I see this is a bit of a warning. This is almost too dark now, so I want to do a few adjustments and slowly work towards the end of this drawing. I think that I'm at the point that if I proceed, then it loses something, if you know what I mean. Then knowing when to stop is one of the most important things in making art, making drawings. I use these felt pens. So first I used green, then I used red, a little bit of blue, then I used yellow, this lighter blue, a little bit of this green but not really much, and this purple also for some accentuations later. So I put this here, but especially these 5 colors I used mainly to create this image. So if you would like to do something similar, you can limit yourself to these mostly, and these were additions to that approach. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. I hope you like this approach.